what's going to happen here. We're going to come up kind of slow. Let's go. Nope. There we go. There we go. Well, as you can see, I got her painted. We're going to be taking the tape off now, and for the guy who said that he didn't like this paint job, I really like it. I think it's going to look great. I think it might need something on the leading edge, though. Kind of busy that up. I'm not sure. But anyway, let's get busy with taking the tape off, and we'll get to see what it looks like. So, gotta change camera angles here. Transition. And I did see that I had, remember I told you about red. Red seeks the pinholes. I do have a pinhole overspray. I hope it comes off okay with alcohol, but if not, we'll have to touch it up. It's very small, about the size of the head of a pin. So far, this airplane's coming out real nice. Real nice. And I think the scallops are going to set it off. I do think I might need them shadows around the 23 though. Not sure. When I'm doing these paint jobs, I kind of study things. You know, if it needs something, I add it. If it doesn't, I let her go. As far as the St. Louis trip goes, we're going to be doing the clear. You'll get to see what I do there on that. And I'll probably get to inking this week. About the time I get it done, it'll be snowing. So we'll have it done and no place to fly. Lucked out there. Are we streaming all right? Is audio okay? I really need a 12-year-old kid to do this for me. Be my audio video engineer. So far so good. Let's switch cameras. Thanks, Alan. We'll go to the other side now. Oop. And take this tape off. Tomorrow night I'll be broadcasting from St. Louis. See, there's that little dot right there. Red finds its way into any little crack. I'm hoping that it comes off. Red is the killer. Is it 70 or 90? 70. I need 90. Try to get it off. Yay, came off. I didn't have to repaint. I also touched up this spot here. That came out perfect. I got a red spot on there too. Damn. What happens is if you miss taping and you leave open any little spot, the red will just suck right in there. Whereas the other colors, not so much. We'll get it from the bottom. Okay, let's turn it over. You know, after that guy Feliz Navidad. You know, for that guy that was saying that, you know, it's enough of this airplane, what do you guys think? I mean, this is what it takes to build these. Thank you, Fred. Merry Christmas. Okay. This was the double mask on this one. If I can get that off on that other side, we'll be doing good. And at least it's inboard. Super chats, well appreciated. We really appreciate that. That way YouTube won't jerk me off. I'm not too talkative right now. This picking this tape off with his knife on silk span requires some attention, so hopefully I don't stick a hole in it. Well, we got through it. Let's see if we can get that little dot off of there. Hey, it came off too. Now, if none of the tape pulls up, we'll be doing great. Let me take the cowl off. We'll do the cowl first. See how it came out. Okay. If you're not a member, please consider joining and being a member. It's $4.99 a month. It helps me bring content to you. I mean, doing all these videos is it's a lot of work. Okay, got a little, it bled a little bit of paint inside the cowl, but I can live with that. I guess I can touch up those areas there. That's probably what I'll do. But I won't do that until St. Louis. Who's gonna look inside the cowl anyway? Besides me. Oh, I see this. See, I'm gonna have to hit it with some red here. I'll hit it with red. Oh, wrong one. Wrong camera. Is that, yeah. No, that was the right camera. See, this is white here, and there's white on top here. I'll hit that with red in St. Louis to finish it off. Because I did paint it with it all together. It's, you know, I have to paint it, drag it outside, and then hurry up and get it back in. I don't want anybody to know I'm doing this here. I bet the landlord would have a heart attack. I don't keep any dope in the apartment. It's all in my car. That turned out pretty good. Almost to the point of getting the fine line off. So we can see what it looks like. Was going to go over to John's today, but he's got things going on, so I just did it here in the apartment. Okay, a little bit more yellow tape, and then we'll start taking off the fine line. I'm going to use the gun on it, the heat gun, because fine line will pull up paint. And I would like to get through this without any major repairs. What do you guys think? Was it worth the effort to paint them scallops? Only took another week and 2 more tapings. Let's peel this off here. Okay, that's good. And this one? Okay, that's good. Alright, I'm going to put this back on, we'll turn it over, and we'll start taking off the fine line. Now, in all actuality, you don't have to paint the front of the nose ring and the inside of the cowl and all that, but it's best that you do because it leaves less chance for a shadow. I got it on there pretty straight, so that's a good thing. Now it's just a matter of getting the tape off without pulling paint up. Oh, I wanted to use the hairdryer to get the extension cord. My little central pneumatic airbrush compressor my little central pneumatic airbrush compressor in a pinch, I think they're $49, really does the job. It really does a good job. I mean, I wouldn't want to paint a whole airplane with it, but as far as trim colors go, you're just airbrushing. It took less than a fluid ounce of paint to put that on there. Heat gun. Get it warmed up a little bit. There's still one more taping on the nose. I forgot about that. That scoop and the windscreen. Ah, that's hot. Get painted black. This gets painted black, and the frame gets painted black. I was thinking about painting this stripe here black. I'm glad I didn't. I like the yellow better. Well, let's switch views, I guess. Well, what do you think? Is it too busy? Thank you, Montana Farmer. Everybody says my airplanes are busy. Well, I like busy. Now you can say that you see me put the decals on that aren't decals. They're painted. Everything's painted. Decals, vinyl stickers, and those. I mean, if you don't have the expertise or the way to do it, you know anything to, it's your airplane. But I personally like the painted on thing. The craftsmanship behind it. That's what I like. That's why I got in this hobby, was the craftsmanship. Let me get this tape off. I'll check the messages there. I got no pull-ups so far, so keep my fingers crossed. Yeah. Hey, Jorge. I know I got a lot of people down in South America and Brazil that watch this channel. I get messaged all the time. Okay, let's get this on there. It's a shame I gotta paint my carbon fiber spinner to match my match this. It's gotta be painted red. It makes it look finished that way. Okay, let's turn it over and do the bottom. Then we'll put it together, see what it looks like. Thank you, Michael. So, let's turn this over. As I've stated, I do this for the love of the hobby, but I also do it in hopes that it inspires or helps you guys build better. You know, when I go out to the flight line and I see those airplanes, especially after the gnats, I think the bug came back the worst for me in 2004 when I went to the Worlds. And I go, man, I gotta start building again. Because I laid off for a little while. Boy, I'll tell you what, using those circle templates, them circle stencils, really helped lay out a perfect circle. That worked good. I gotta shut this heat off. Burn out of here. Ow! Man, I got through that with no pull-ups. Ah, got one more piece, and if it's going to pull up, it's going to pull up on this one. That's it. I got through it without any pull-ups. So the clear can go on without any major repairs. Oh, one more piece right there. Yay! Well, thank you very much, Air Classic, or Alan Center. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas. Alright, let's put the flaps and stuff on it and see what it looks like. Boy, the camera didn't like that. So I better get off. I think we're froze up there for a second. And transition. Yeah, hopefully we're still streaming. It'll be back to you in a second here. If you can you still hear me? So I can't walk close to that thing. There we go. Alright, it's back. It didn't like that at all. Let me see if it unfroze. No. I might have to go to properties and alright. Close. So we want to look at this one, properties, and thank you, Fred. I got to get this other camera unstuck for a second. Okay, let's go back to this one. There it is. There we go. All right, it froze up there for a minute, but that's okay. Let's see. Got to run the control room. Got to run the show. So this goes here. I have a little white touch up to do at St. Louis before I put the clear on, but not much. There's a couple spots of black that needs to be shot, and I'll do that when I paint the scoop. And I'm thinking about putting those exhaust stacks on there. The 24 exhaust stacks that go on the Fiat A6 engine that was on this thing. And it'll get smoke going back, you know, like Al Rabe does. Al Rabe was a real innovator. Wrong one. The nice thing about all this stuff, I didn't add, but I don't think you could even weigh it, the weight that I put on it. It's just something to make it pop. Of course, the ink lines will help. There we go. What do you think? It turned out good, I think. Let me stand back a little bit. Look at this. I don't want to stand in front of that camera. It'll freeze up again. Oh yeah, very nice. Gonna have to do something with the wheel pants, so. Let's see here. Gotta run. Have a semi coming to shop, pull out the transmission. See you later, Montana. Thank you, Alan. It should really pop when the clear gets on it, and it gets polished. Of course, all the ink lines, the exhaust stacks, the black scoop, and black windscreen. And that should pretty much pull all the colors together of the whole airplane. This the paint job I was originally gonna do was reverse of this. It was going to be red airplane. Let's see, what side of the camera are we on? Yeah, it was going to be a red airplane with reverse, very similar to this, with everything reversed. But when I started getting close to the target weight, I decided that it wasn't worth the 2 extra ounces that it would be to paint the airplane red and do all the reverse trim. So this was the secondary paint scheme. The first paint scheme was going to have an asymmetric swoosh in it, very similar to the Jester that the guy in Canada did. That's a nice airplane. I didn't want to give up the weight, so that's why it turned out this way. Let's put my little guy in there. Of course, I can now paint this black inside here, the cockpit area. I am going to probably ink around all the trims so that it has, like my other airplane, a black line around everything, and that should make it pop pretty good. I got to think about that, because once you start inking it, you got to do it all. So if I ink these, which I intended to do, I would have to ink this, which I ink all this, which I probably will do. So, you know, it's going to be another month before it's ready to fly, completely finished. But I got to get some clear on it, because anybody that knows anything about white gets dirty quickly. So, yeah, I wash my hands, but, you know, I'm a mechanic and a steel fabricator, and this is as clean as my hands get. They don't get any, you know, lily white. So obviously the oil from your hands transfers to the white paint. So I got to get clear on it so I can get it inked, and hopefully I got some little nibs there. That'll all card off, I hope. Let me get the paper towel. Let's see if that helps. "40 minutes. Oh. Yeah. Yep, and little nibs are coming off. You can always double aught it with triple aught or 4-aught steel wool, and that helps get rid of the ridge too. But you got to be careful, especially when there's no paint on them like this. There is no paint on this airplane. It looks like there's a lot, but there's no paint. Let's put the wheels back in it and put it all back together. We'll see how much weight it picked up. See, that's how green that paint is. It's rubbing off. But that's okay. That's less that I have to card. And if I get it to shine before the clear goes on, that's all the more better. So we'll get it all together and we'll see what it weighs. Sure is light this way. Missing a pound. Missing a pound. Inboard, outboard. Okay. I'm not going to bother with the painting the cowl until I get to St. Louis, the inside of the cowl. I'll detail that up when I get there. Make sure that it's all 100%, because I damn sure don't want Jim Lynch to say, what are we going to do about that? Nothing. I don't know how many of you guys know Jim Lynch, but he's the nicest guy. Great builder. What are we going to do about that? Thank you, Ronnie. Okay, let's see what we got to do here. We got to have the tank. You see how my tank's held in? Piece of balsa with sandpaper on both sides. That holds it from side to side, and then I'll glue 2 1/4-inch sticks in there to hold it from moving. You probably wouldn't even have to do that, but just a little added protection. Now, of course, the motor screws are gone, muffler screws. Okay, gotta have muffler screws before I go any farther. Where are they? What the heck? I have to put together my care package for the trip. I'll do that tonight. Get all the materials and supplies and stuff I'm going to use in St. Louis, because since I came here, I've basically brought most of my stuff from the shop here, because this is where I'm working. I mean, I still have all my power tools and stuff in St. Louis, but hand tools, motor tools, that kind of crap I got here. I mean, if I had to get by without bring anything, I probably could, but now what am I going to do for screws? Damn. Hopefully I got a couple more. I'll look all day for them. So we got, oh, there they are. One of them. Two of them. Good. When I build these airplanes my way, with the muffler cut out this way, you have to put in the back muffler bolt before you set the engine in. Otherwise, you could drill a hole in the side of it, but that wouldn't look very good. Now we're about getting to the point where I can glue that hardware in there. Let's get a different view so you can see what my motor compartment looks like. And hopefully this camera won't seize up again. If it does, don't worry, I'll try to fix it pretty quick. And transition. $110 playbacks, 19 viewers. $35 super chats. I appreciate the super chats, guys, but make sure you like. Uh-oh. That thing don't like that. I guess we're going to have to dump that camera. Oh no. Didn't like the other one. Okay. I don't know what's going on. It's starting to do its goofy stuff again. I guess I'm going to have to get a dedicated streaming computer where there's nothing else on it besides the internet and YouTube. This computer here, I'm running everything. It's just a laptop. I'm running everything on it. You know, I got CAD and I got all those graphics programs and my plotter and all that. I even have my 3D cutter on it. Well, that's good. So make sure that you make your motor mounts so that standard bolts can go in them and not poke through the top. I see a lot of guys with lumps on the top of their nose. Not good. So in theory, I could go fly this. Except then I would have to really degrease the area for the clear. like I say, when I get to St. Louis, I will detail the inside of this cowl. This is white here where the cowl was on. I didn't get any paint on it. I'll tape it back off and paint the tops of these red and the tops of these yellow so that we don't get any shadows. Where is the propeller? There it is. Well, I'm hoping it's under 60. I'm hoping it's in the 58 range still. Okay, that's in the right spot. Yeah, maybe those cameras is what's holding my bandwidth up. So I got to get that one on. Ah, there they are. We could cut a little bit off that, I bet. Doesn't need to be quite that long. We'll cut a ½ inch off that and see if that a little less weight. You know, I just cut a ½ inch off of this, and you think, well, that doesn't weigh anything. Yes, it does. And if I did that 10 times, that'd be readable on the scale. Come on, get on there. Come on. There it is. Perfect length. Okay, good. Perfect length. Now this might be difficult. Nope, got it. Now you can exit the fuselage with a piece of brass, but why would you do that when you can just have it hanging out the bottom of the cowl, and then when you fuel it up, you just stick it in? Extra parts you don't want to carry around. There we go. Okay, how we going to weigh this now? I guess I can do it this way. Yep, if I were to glue the flaps on and the elevators and glue the pilot in, we'd go fly the thing. But it ain't done, so we're going to get it all done before I worry about doing that. So how am I going to weigh this? I guess I'll weigh it nose down over there. I'm not going to be able to weigh it on camera. I got too much crap in here. And put the pilot on there. Pilot weighs 10 grams. I wish I had a Tommy Looper pilot that weighed 3 grams. Oh boy. Well, I don't like it. I added more weight than I thought. It's 60 ounces right now. I gotta figure out how to get some weight off of it. I guess lighter wheels, lighter spinner, lighter muffler. I gotta get it. So 60, it'll be 62 ounces. Damn. The other one's 58, 59, 60. That's 4 ounces difference. That's a big difference. Oh well. And yes, I have the wingtip weight in it and everything. I guess it's because I didn't have the choice wood. You know, I was using my third best wood on this thing. I was hoping it would come out under 60, and it could still. It's not going to get much clear on it though, that's for sure. Just enough to seal it. Man, I love them Brian Gardner liners. That thing's got some compression. Anyway, been on for an hour. I appreciate you standing and putting up with me. You guys got any questions or anything you want to see on the next video? Because I will be clearing and inking on the next video. I ought to just, we might get 61, because thinned clear 2 coats, about an ounce. Sanded between, I don't know. Hopefully it'll be, you know, it's well within the range for 15 thousandths wires, but I guess we'll just see how it performs. Any questions? I'll wait a couple minutes here, and if there's no questions, I'll sign off, and we'll be back on tomorrow night from Western Stunt Hangar. All right, guys. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.